Problem 1-122. Graph the function f of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 8. Identify the domain and range and identify any special points such as the intercepts and vertex. All right, so this one looks very similar to something that we just did on our team test to help us prepare for our individual test. First thing here, I'm not going to just graph it on the calculator and come up with my stuff. If you want to do that, I guess you can. But you need to understand how to do it without a calculator as well. So this is just a function. We know this is a parabola. We know it opens up, right? We know this is a parabola because it's quadratic. We know it opens up because it's positive. Okay. We know the y-intercept is -8. And if you didn't know that, that's because that's the constant. If you plug in 0 as your input, you're going to get -8 out. So we know the y-intercept is at 0, -8. Let's go ahead and just put that on here once. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's our y-intercept right there. Now we need to figure out, if you want to just set up an input-output table, you need to know what inputs to put in to get your parabola, the shape. If you put in everything from just one side of your parabola, you'll never know where the vertex is. A little trick to help you find the vertex is the x-coordinate of the vertex is going to be equal to, so the x-coordinate is going to equal the opposite of b over 2 times a. So once you find that, that can help you come up with more points there. And I know you've seen this somewhere else. This is part of the quadratic formula. So if we look at our function here, a is the coefficient of x squared, which is going to be 1. b is going to be -2. And c is -8. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take my b and my a and plug it in there. I'm going to say x equals the opposite of b, so -2 over 2 times 1, which is going to be 2 over 2, which is the same thing as 1. So our x-coordinate of our vertex is going to be at 1. Our vertex is going to lie on this line right here. Well, that's nice to know. So what we can do then here, let's just create a little input-output table. Let's do it. We'll do it right over here. Let's put some x values and come up with the y values. Now, if I know my x-coordinate of my vertex is 1, I'm going to put that right in the middle here. So I'm going to put a couple values that are less than that. So 0, -1, -2. Over here I've got 2, 3, and 4. I already know that 0, -8 is my y-intercept, which means then we're going to have a point directly on this line of symmetry, so we're going to have a point right here as well. This is the point 1, 2, -8, so I know at 2 I have to be at -8 because it's symmetrical, right? Let's figure out for 1 where we're going to be at. So we can just take 1 and plug it into the function. We could say the function of 1 equals 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 8. Our output will be the y-coordinate of our vertex. So that's 1 minus 2 minus 8. And that's going to give us -1 minus 8, which is -9. So f of 1 equals negative 9, which is going to be the next point down right here. That is our vertex. All right, so let's get another value here. Let's do, this is 1, 2, 3, so let's go ahead and let's do 3. So if we put 3 into our function, f of 3 is equal to 3 squared minus 2 times 3 minus 8. 3 squared is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. So 9 minus 6 minus 8. That's going to be 3 minus 8, which gives us negative 5. So our function, when 3 is input, it gives us negative 5 out. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're down 5. Well, it's great because since it's symmetrical, we know that this point at negative 1 also has to be negative 5. Because we're 1, 2, 1, 2. I didn't put my vertex value in there. And let's just do one more here. Let's see. Hopefully this gets us up to the x-axis. That's important. So let's do 4. Let's plug in 4. We're going to have f of 4 is going to equal 4 squared minus 2 times 4 minus 8. So that's 16 minus 8 minus 8. And that's good for us because that gives us an x-intercept where it crosses this x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So we're three-way there. We need to go 1, 2, 3 right here. And I can kind of sketch in the rest. So it's going to go up. As long as I know where the intercepts and the vertex are. Ooh, that's not real straight, but there we go. So x-intercepts. We're at 4, 0 and negative 2, 0. Our vertex was 1, negative 9. Our y-intercept is 0, negative 8. And then the other thing it asks us to identify is the domain and range. Our domain, we've got arrows to the left and to the right. So our domain is going to be all real numbers. Our range is going to be from our bottom point up. Our lowest point here is going to be at our vertex, which is our 1, negative 9. So y has got to be greater than or equal to negative 9. Or if you're doing interval notation, that'd be negative 9 comma infinity with a parenthesis on one side and a bracket on the other. So hopefully you got those right there. There's your answers to check over. If you have any questions, make sure you ask a teacher before your test. This is problem 1-122. Thanks for watching.